Hey everyone, Smart Silver Stacker here. In this video, I'm going to discuss some coins that I really love to stack, but that I don't hear too much about. I think of these coins as the other junk silver, and I'm talking about circulated Canadian silver coinage minted from 1858 to 1968. Canadian silver coins provide a unique and interesting way to diversify your precious metals investments. For most stackers, the term junk silver brings to mind common circulated US coins containing 90% silver by weight. However, if you love coinage from the last century, you don't have to limit yourself to what was minted in the United States. For more than 100 years, a variety of beautiful and interesting silver coins were made for use in the Canadian provinces. Canadian junk silver offers some practical investment advantages. Many dealers charge a low premium for common Canadian coins, so you get more ounces of silver for your dollar. Also, this low premium combined with their relative obscurity makes these coins an unlikely target for counterfeiters. While you should always be on the lookout for fake bullion, it's less likely that you'll encounter any when shopping for the circulated Canadian variety. One of the biggest reasons I like these coins is that they don't make them anymore, and the supply can only decrease over time as coins are lost, hoarded, and melted down. Last but not least, for long-time stackers, adding some diversity to a collection can put some of the fun back in stacking. In addition to practical benefits, Canadian coins have a rich and interesting history. In 1858, the Royal Mint in London began producing coins for the developing Canadian territory. Initial production consisted of nickels and dimes, along with a 20-cent piece that was only produced the first year. In 1870, a quarter was introduced to replace the 20-cent piece, and the half dollar became the first domestically produced Canadian coin. All of this early currency was struck in 92.5% sterling silver. $1 face value of these coins contains approximately 0.69 troy ounces of pure silver. In 1901, the Royal Canadian Mint was authorized by Parliament. The Royal Canadian Mint first opened its doors in Ottawa in 1908, facilitating the domestic production of all subsequent Canadian coinage. Following a costly participation in World War I, it was determined that the silver content of Canadian currency would be reduced to 80%. Beginning in 1920, all new coins were struck in the new 80% silver, 20% copper mix. The 80% silver nickel was only minted for 2 years, 1920 and 1921. In 1935, a Canadian silver dollar coin was introduced. $1 face value of these 80% silver coins contains 0.6 troy ounces of silver. If you come across any of these coins and aren't sure of their silver content, I have a quick reference chart with dates, pictures, composition, and actual silver weight over at smartsilverstacker.com that I'll link to in the description of this video. By 1967, the decision to remove precious metals from circulating Canadian currency had been made. This was the last year the half dollar and dollar coins were minted. Halfway through 1967, the composition of the quarter and the dime was changed to 50% silver. These 50% silver coins were minted halfway through 1968 when both coins were changed to 99.9% nickel. Although not a featured product for most dealers, many do carry a small inventory of Canadian silver coins. Oftentimes, the early sterling silver coins will command a high premium due to scarcity. However, the more common dates of these are occasionally sold with the lower premium of typical junk silver. The 80% silver coins are the most common variety you'll encounter, and will sometimes have a notably lower premium than similar US 90% silver coins. Quarters and dimes minted in 1967 and 1968 are the odd ducks of the mix, as coins from both years were minted with different compositions. Distinguishing a 1967 50% silver quarter or dime from an 80% silver coin from the same year is difficult without testing the density of the coin. However, you can easily tell the difference between a 1968 coin made from 50% silver and one made from 99% nickel using a magnet. The coin composed of nickel will stick to the magnet, but the silver coin will not. So, do any of you like stacking the other junk silver? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching everyone, and remember, don't just stack, stack smarter.